Alright, Omitofo, and welcome to a special segment of the House of Kung Fu. And today we are finally going to settle it once and for all. Now, I shared these videos and I made them by myself. I bought the equipment, I bought the software, right? And I learned how to edit very tediously and very quickly because I knew that I was going to share something that you haven't seen anywhere on the internet world. Or at least it's very rare. And trust me, I've looked. Okay. Now, when I shared these and made these real life Shaolin and Kung Fu real life sparring matches featuring different arts, right? I was expecting, you know, a certain type of reaction, right? As anyone would when you know your quality is good, and when you've gotten um, kudos from other masters. I've shared my videos with the likes of Kung Lee. I also shared it with the inventor of the style of talk from the Avatar, Grandmaster Manuel Rodriguez and the Red Dragon clan. Shout out to my other Red Dragons out there. And all with ecstatic praise and even a level of shock. I shared it to the Wing Lam's wife, right? The Lamb family from the Hungar. Shared it with them. Ecstatic praise, right? So I figured, okay, well, I'm gonna share this with the world. Let's see what they think. And my goodness, there seems to be a lack of knowledge of what Shaolin and Kung Fu is supposed to look like in a real applied situation. Or there's just this jealousy or you know this envy, right? And it's natural. Now, excuse me, I'm trying to learn how to share my StreamYard. I'm new to this. Try to share my StreamYard as I'm doing this. Just me, and if I can share it, that'd be cool. If I don't, that's okay. Anyway, it's supposed to show up on YouTube, right? Let me see. Now, doesn't it automatically go to YouTube if you load up on your YouTube? Let me see. View on YouTube. Let me see here. Okay. Cool. Let's go back to here. All right. Hey, that's cool. And it's still live. Awesome. So let me share this in a few different things here. Hold on. Let me see. I'm still live, right? I am. All right, cool. Now I'm going to share this with a few different people here. So excuse me while I get down. Let me see what I look like. Okay, I still look halfway decent on camera. Right. So let me see here. Let me go to my groups. Yeah, I just found this StreamYard and I'm quite impressed with what it can do for pennies on a dollar. And, I'll go to my martial arts groups. Let me see. Hopefully this gets approved. All right, that's one group shared. Let me see. There's another one. I've been invited to a lot of different groups ever since I started making these videos. Let's see what this says in the title. That's another one. All right, that's one like. Let me see if I can find some different groups. I'm gonna share it to one more. Oh boy, I love martial arts. Can't wait to see. Hopefully they approve it. Shout out to them though. Seriously, we got about 3,000 likes on one of my posts, but that'll be for a different discussion. So. All right. Okay. All right. So let's go back to here and get my screen to share. All right. I don't have to say fair use for this because it's my video. All right. But we are going to watch this in slow motion. Because the thing that people have to understand is that real Shaolin Kung Fu is not meant for sport, period. It's meant for on the battlefield. And even on the battlefield, you still have to hide your techniques, even though there's everybody watching. And that's because you've seen the Kung Fu movies about how the master or of a different clan, right, will capture, a student or a master of another clan and have them teach them, right, because they can't decipher the scrolls, right. There's and even when practicing, it's the moves are still hidden because it was created for times of war, right, not for point fighting, right. And this is why, and not only that, but the speed of which is executed too. It's not meant to always be shown in a big way like you see in the movies, right? They have to be executed with speed because there's so much going on. You literally can't go like one or two, you gotta go 1, 2, 3, right? Right there was 3 different moves, right? And so what we're going to do today is I am going to break this video down in slow motion, right? And maybe get up and do a little bit of a demonstration myself, right? And and give some evidence of what's really going on in this video, because it is very fast, it is very precise, it's because it's a real situation. And I wish I had different frames to show you, but I do all this do all this myself for right now. Okay, so let's break some of this down here. And here we go. You can see that's my brother Don Juan. He uses Wing Chun and Jeet Kune Do very well, and I love, but I hate sparring with him sometimes because it sometimes it feels like literally hitting wood. Even him touching you and blocking your hits hurts so bad. I usually don't wear pads. Honestly, I don't, but I felt like I needed to. Not only, of course, to protect him, but actually to protect myself. I wear pads on my forearms, my hands, and just on my shins. Everything else, I'm good because his bones literally hurt like that bad. I kid you not. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to look and break this down. All right. Follow me. Are you ready? Let's go. And I am using a combination of Northern Shaolin and Chole Foot. But first, I'm going to do my very first love, Taekwondo. And you're going to see how I naturally switch and force a switch. Each style, each technique has its own advantages and disadvantages, right? So you have to know when to apply them. This is exactly what Bruce Lee said, and having related to Bruce, we love you so much. And if I may tap into your essence while I continue to preach your gospel here, because the same shit is going on. And as my name is Master Lee, I'm going to do my part and put a stop to it because there's no reason why I shouldn't have gone viral with this and received more adulation. It means to me that the general public is still ignorant about what Kung Fu really is. So let's break it down. Let's see, in my Taekwondo, feeling it out, getting our distance. Oof, very fast kick by Donnie. You can see he's really throwing. If one of those lands, it's really gonna hurt. He's got nothing on, just his bones and his skin, maybe. Oh yeah. You can see now I'm starting to find my rhythm because he's using his front kick to keep me off, and I just found it. Bam, got my distance. Taekwondo is one of my favorite styles. Bam, beautiful. And I even slow it down for you. Now you see how I wait. It's all about how you wait. You gotta set it up before you throw it. I've already thrown it 10 times in my head already. And I hit him right on the spot. That's one of the things that Kung Fu taught me. Don't just somewhere. Now, this stance is what I love. And you can see here, kind of like in a 4-6 horse stance, but everybody knows this posture from Shaolin. And there's a reason for it. Where do I start? Let's start really at the basics. Okay. At the end of every Shaolin form, there is a feature. And this feature quantifies the essence of how the Shaolin is performed. Okay. For example, this. Now I'm going to move this back just a little bit here. Okay. Let me see. Scoot this back just a little bit. You can see me. Let me put this up. Okay, so this right here. So, what is this? And why is it used at the end of every Shaolin form? Well, let's go back to the basics of fighting. Wherever your guard is the techniques that you can throw efficiently and quickly at any given time, right? That's why Bruce preached, right, a certain stance in his Jeet Kune Do, right? Because the lead hand could be right there, and of course, lead hand is the power jab right there. The side kick is there, right? You can move off to any angle from there, right? And of course, this is a trap. Of course, you're protecting your chin, right? But you're covering your vital spots. This is what Floyd does, right? He leaves this part open because it's a trap. Because in the heat of the moment, you're gonna throw what you see open first. That's why everybody knows Floyd style and what he's gonna do, but they really can't do anything about it, right? Because he doesn't fight you; he fights your instincts, your nature. Okay, and everybody's nature is to go to the quickest target that you see open in a heated exchange. A lot of people don't have the rhythm to be like, nope, and boom, boom. Even professional fighters, this is human nature, right? So this right here, in custody, you got the right hand that can be open right there. Now, take a look at Floyd's guard, right? And now let's flip it. See this hand right here? Just turn it up. What is this? Get it? About 80% of Shaolin's fighting doctrine are traps with both arms. They don't just, it's not like boxing where it just comes out, right? There's a closing and an opening, whether it's from the palm, right? Whether it's from blows with the forearms, whether if it's the shrink stance, right? Whether if it's cross hands, right? There's always some sort of crossing between both limbs, right? And one of the elementary and basic moves of Shaolin, right, is the forward punch or yin yang palm, whatever, right? It's either this or this, or some people come up, whatever, right? Now, that's because you generate power from the top and the bottom, the yin and the yang. Look at my symbol on my video, right? You guys see it? There's the yin and the yang at the top and at the bottom, right? And here you guard your front, guard your vital points, and you put yourself in an angle, right? And so all you have to do is just close. Now, it's not a fixed stance, right? But what it does is it sets a precedent of how a move can be done. And you can throw about almost every move from Shaolin from this form. That's why I chose it, right? And it's also a trap. All this exposed, right? But it only takes a hot second to bring something up. Let's keep going. Look at that. We're about 20 minutes in, and there's so much jewels right there already. Yeah. So let's go back. All right. Oof. Look at this kick. Bam. Now that really hurt. Now that's not just some Muay Thai kick. That's a real Wing Chun kick. Now I don't know Wing Chun, right? But everybody has seen this kick before. It's like a pick. You know that kick if you do Wing Chun. And it's like a hook. You target the calf. Bam. And luckily, because of my stance, which I also use the single leg stance, is to take the weight off the front just in case for moments like these. So I took the pain, but I was able to spin with it because of my stance. You see, I'm guarding it now. That hurt. That really, really hurt. Really bad. Wait. Now one thing that Shaolin teaches you is to breathe through the pain. It teaches you how to take pain, and it's just an energy and how to add it to your own to give you more strength. That's why a lot of karate masters go like, oh yeah, right, to breathe away tension, anxiety, fear, or to instill courage. It's one of those things that are very underutilized. We're taught to be robots and have no emotional movement, right? It's not being alive. That's not utilizing your full human capabilities. So I'm in pain. So I tested out, can't put no weight on it. I'm like, okay, now I'm coming forward. I have to because I can't use my legs. Watch in my Shaolin stance how I move forward and what move I decide to do. Now let's go back just a little bit because there's a lot that happened right there, and I doubt that you can even really see it or tell. Watch one more time. Now look, because my leg is in pain, I'm able to distribute my energy on both legs to take away a weight. And I'm able to use that stance to put not only my energy down, but what I feel down. And when you practice your stances, everything settles. It's the laws of physics. So that's why when you're in a stance, even if you feel something, you're able to transfer it down into the ground. And now you have the ground supporting you rather than just yourself. Watch how I move forward with the pain. Now, this right here, everybody has seen this. I pick two stances when I do the Shaolin. First one is this. Second one, this. Why? Why this one? Well, in Shaolin, there are so many different forms and moves, right? But the majority of the real elementary to high level forms are done one or two ways, believe it or not. From either a cross, a closing and an opening, or that is transferred to a bow stance or to a shrieking stance, right? Or a horse stance, right? And so from the hollow stance, when your weight is on one leg, you can easily seam through bow stance to the nail stance to the crouch stance to Kungfu, right? The back stance. You can even transfer to a twisting stance, right? From from the single from the single leg stance, right? If I'm in a single. Let's see. Move this back just a little bit. From the single leg, right? I don't know if you can really see me. Single leg, bow. Hollow stance or single leg, right? Nail stance. Single leg, crouch stance. Single leg, hoo-hoo, right? Single leg, twisting stance. Or crab walking, shade move, right? So, you know, single leg to the gong, and you can go to the horse stance, all from that single leg stance. Or you can just transfer to another, right? Now, the horse stance, now you also have different moves in Shaolin where they come from a square frame position, right? Whether if it's one of these or one of these, right? One of those, right? One of these, okay? Of course, you open up here. It doesn't really look like this. You can make it like this. That's where it gets from, right? And so I chose the two basic stances that will allow me to execute those moves, any move, and that's from the single leg to the horse stance, right? And so, in the basic Shaolin move of the single leg horse stance, it starts right here. And it's almost you can think about how Mike Tyson kept his guard up right here. Okay, let's continue. Let's do Kakashi. The low block. You can see it's like a puzzle. It's like a square. Form into different shapes. I don't just throw the move. I set it up. Slanting is a big thing in Shaolin. They don't when they do the thing where they transfer between horse stances, right? They don't just step directly to one side, right? Like go directly, step right there. They slant off to the side. You think of it almost like a Mike Tyson type of deal, peekaboo, right? But it's also how Floyd sometimes pull his weight out, shift his weight, and bring his body back just to slip right out the way. Slanting is a very basic thing. And this is all before I even throw major technique. You can see how that slanting works. Watch that slant to move out the way, transfer between stances. You move the whole target out the way. Don't just move the target. Watch that one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Look at my hands. Defensive responsibility. Slant. One hand here, one hand here. Basic. And I also move out the way. Boom. Moving in. Watch my hands. Yeah, they closing together. I'm preparing the close or the opening or the swirl. I'm preparing the lock, whatever needs to come. From here, you can do almost any basic Shaolin technique just from closing your hands, right? Right here, you can come here and then come up, come here and down, come here, open, here, open there, here. Or you can just capture, you can block whatever's coming up here, whatever comes from on top, here. And you can't say it don't work because I'm showing you. Mm, mm. Bam. All right. Our first techniques were thrown. Watch again. A lot of you just don't know what's going on. Bam. Watch slowly. It really started from there. And these are actual forms and moves. All right. So you want to tell me that what this isn't Kung Fu? That's not Shaolin. It's not Shaolin. You choreographed that. Okay. I didn't say anything at first. I didn't. But now it's almost like then other pages are stealing my content, right? Trying to trying to find the realest thing that they can find, not answering my requests when they say they would, right? It's to the point right now. It's like, all right, I have to say something. I'm getting tired of it. So let's look at some authority of what Shaolin is supposed to look like. Will you journey with me? Let's go. So what we'll do is we'll come out of here, and then let me see, Shidi Jan. Let me see. Let's go. Let's go to history real quick because I just had it. There we go. So let's look. Let me see if this is the right one. Yep. So let's look at Mr. Shidi Jan here. Now, if you don't know who Shidi Jan is, he is the not the founder, but one of the last great grandmasters of Shaolin, Wu Lun, right? Wu Gu Lun, right? And it's still Shaolin, but they're really focused on the application, the Wu, right? The actual fighting of it. Chan Wu Yi, they really focused on the three treasures, and Shidi Jian really focuses on keeping things simple and practical. He even says, and you can watch any of his documentaries online. Um, they're low quality though, but they were made in the early 1990s, and there's a couple new ones anyway. But they don't have a bunch of forms. They don't. But what they do is they practice the movements so much, over and over and over again, and then with everything. And so they make it very practical. And he has a sparring match on there with somebody, and just even him showing the moves, you can just see how practical it is. Like, wow, like why didn't I think of that? And it's really that simple. Okay. So let's look at Mr. Shidi Jan here. And we're trying to find the right. Let me see. He did the move, I think, somewhere along here. Let me see. He'll show a form, and this, the first move that I did, right, that you saw, was a pull down and kick up, right? Looks like this: pull down and kick up, right? And it's from a move from the Cannon Hammer Fist. The Cannon Hammer Fist Shaolin form. So I trying to remember where exactly I saw it, and I think it was in this video. Let me see here. Watch him. You see how he keeps his frame very tight. In a straight line. I think this is it. Here. Here. Bam! Oh man. See, I didn't do this on purpose. It just came out. Watch. Hold down, bam. Okay. Watch one more time. Okay. So now, let's go back to the video. Perfect timing. Thank you, YouTube. Wham! That's not Kung Fu. I don't know what that is. One more time. There's the backhand up. You can kind of see it because at a different angle. It's right around here. Bam. Thought this wasn't Kung Fu. First move. Do you know Kung Fu? You Kung Fu fans? I thought you knew what it was. Bam. Now, let's go back to Shidi Jan. Now let's watch the next move before we go. Keep this in your mind. Bam. Cannon blows. Start from right here. Wham. 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 Features of Shaolin are from the blows, the forms. That's why you hit the tree. Now let's go back to Grandmaster Shidi Jan. I know he shows it in this video. You see? See, he's doing a form. I'm trying to think. Did he do it in this one? Let me see. I love that move. That's almost like it. You can see right here. that it's almost like it. I love that move. Uh, and I know this move because he's doing the pow hunchman, right? The big one, the big frame one, right? And I know this form right there. Okay, it's close. Let me see. Boom, boom. Ah, here we go. Perfect. You hear him? They're just practicing some drills. Look at him go. No, man, this looks oddly familiar, doesn't it? I thought this wasn't Kung Fu. I thought it wasn't. Boom, 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 boom. Now, let's go back. Because I want that same energy. I want that same energy. Perfect. Look at that. Bam. Perfect. like a like a tiger coming up to pounce on its prey. Bah! Look at that! I just switched the basics. Bah! And you see, I don't just throw it, right? I let it sink in. I love the Pao Hun Chuan. I love the Cannon Hammer Fist. It's one of my favorites, along with Tombe Chuan. Mm-hmm. Now. Mm. Mm-hmm. Now, for all my kung fu geeks, I want you to try to tell me where is this move from what system? Where's this move from? Now, of course, I'm not trying to kill him, right? And you can see Don Juan does a very good job of doing the Wing Chun block with the knee. You see, his upper body is completely composed. Man, prime Wing Chun. Prime Wing Chun. Now, this, right? Did I skip that one? Yeah, I did. We'll go back to that one. Boom. Now this. Oh man. See, no wonder. See, I'm missing stuff too. like I gotta really go back. Man, I should get paid for this. Y'all just don't know. All right. So this. If you watch, let's just type in Shaolin Wu Lan. Shaolin Wu Lan. Watch how they move. Let me see if I can find the right video. Let me see. This might be the one. Let me see. But you can see how they move when... Oh, I know what to do. Even better. This one. This guy kicks his ass. For real, for real. I'm sure you've seen this. So don't tell me you don't know what it looks like. This is one of Shidi Jan's disciples. Bam. Watch the body rock. Watch the slanting. Y'all don't even know what's going on. I'd have to break this video down. You can see sometimes he keeps his hands down. Watch how, look at that. That side to side movement. And there's a reason why he has his hands down like that. But you can see him moving in the horse stance. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. See, I'd have to, man. See, I'd have to break down this video to break down what exactly he's doing, because he's kicking his ass in so many ways. But I want to bring that up to see how you can move in the horse stance, because you're moving in between lines of the fighting angles. You're moving in between them. You're not just doing this for aesthetics sake, but you're doing that to constantly get a feel of what it looks like to go up, down, left, right, side to side, in between the angles. And you're getting a feel to move your body in the angles if you need to, right? Now, we're going to go back to the move that I've done. Let's see it. Chole foot. Sao Choi. I don't think I'm spelling this right. Sao Choi. Let me see. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Everybody calm down. Where's the... Oh, I know which one to go to. This goes back to the 10 elements of Chole foot. Devastating martial arts style from Canton, from Cantonese and Canton. They kick your butt. Come. No. Could use primarily Chole foot, but I was taught to mix both. Fair use, fair use. I was taught to mix both elements, and because they're from the same family. Foot, you know, the Buddha, Shaolin. Now, Sao. Check this out. Now, you could do your Sao Choi a lot of different ways. Mr. Master here is choosing to do. Now, with the Sao Choi, you don't want to just. The Sao Choi is really not the first hand. It's the swinging blow from the back hand. It's almost like overhand right? But Chole foot, it's done different. You know, the angle on where it comes from. I wish I could slow it down just a little bit. Watch his attacking hand. See his front hand? Watch his front hand. See, it travels upward like a wheel. Watch the backhand and the curve and the posture. Rather than coming in over like this, the fist turns over and it's like a corkscrew, right? So you don't just like hit a person with the knuckles. You hit them with all of this. That's why they We used to chop choy a lot. That training. When you can hit somebody, you scrape them. You hit them with this. Even the wrist, if your wrist bones are good. And then you corkscrew it till you hit them and then you cut them as you go. They also do that to maintain your balance. It's almost like, ah, what's that look like? Huh? Come on now. Look at that. So, watch the Sao Choi. Oh, and another thing about the Sao Choi is that because it's such a big move, you want to have a precursor to it first to distract an enemy. So that's why they teach you to use your front hand to pin down or to knock something out the way or you get somebody's distraction and then come up. And that's what makes a Sao Choi so hard to really defend because it's like seeing thunder getting hit with lightning out of nowhere. You see the thunder first, you're like, oh shit, and it right. You see the thunder because you don't just go like, go make it look like you're hitting them with it. Bam, bam, bam. Now this master that we just showed, he did it from his backhand, and he used the Sao Choi on his front hand, which is okay, and it comes over here, but I personally like to use travel in terminal stance because a person's not going to be right there after you hit him with that, especially after you hit him with a Sao Choi. Two things are going to happen. He's either going to move backward or he's going to hit the ground when you hit him with it. All right. So that's why I choose to do it from the back to travel because in my opinion, if you do it from the front, and even if you miss, it kind of throws you off balance and it forces you to retain your posture in a certain way, or you lose your balance. Right? So that's why I do it with the back. That way I can transfer or just turn my body back. That's what I do. And that's what Shaolin told me from switching between stances, like you saw Shi Jian's disciple. Right? So watch how I use my Sao Choi. Shaolin, Sao Choi. Now look, even with that big blow, it looks like I was off balance, but I wasn't. Because I transferred the weight of the blow into the adjacent leg. So now here I can do a lot of different things, believe it or not, and I'm still guarded. Remember, it's a trap. You think I'm open, but I'm leaving it open on purpose. Because if that were to hit him, the first thing he's going to see open is that part right there. You're going to immediately want to get back. And then you can see he doesn't do anything, and watch what I do. I just get right up. As I pause. I don't just hop up. And it's a quick pause. Get right back. He wants to get back. And where does he strike? The open section of my midsection, which then allows me to do another Sao Choi. Watch again. Now it's different when you see it like this and you see it on camera. When you're facing it, look at it. My body is completely covered on this side. My chin is tucked. My head is safe. He wants that part because I'm guarded. And then watch how I use the Sao Choi. And I turn with it. Bam. And you see, I don't just hit him with it like a haymaker. Watch how the Sao Choi glides off of his face. Watch. If I did that with power, you'd be knocked out. Period. Period. And cut. Not just because I did the Sao Choi, because I turned my body into it. And I'm in a prepared stance. I'm not just in a ready to counter stance, right? Tell me this is not Kung Fu. You just saw the Sao Choi. Close. Wham. And this is called a Pao Choi. Watch again. Now, why am I doing it? And I do it. You've seen this before. I do it to, and you see, I don't do it with power. I don't do it like I'm trying to hit him. I'm doing it to let him know if you come in. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 blows in one. 1 to knock off whatever it's coming. 2 to come in, watch the transfer of the weight. Boom, and then bam. He's like, whoa, okay. It's a beautiful sequence. Watch that again. Pow. Now, for those who don't know what Pao Choi is, I will go back to the 10 elements of Choi Lei Foot. It's chop, fair use, where's Pow? Oh, here it is. Pow! Pow! Pow Choi! Pow Choi! Pow Choi! Pow Choi! Let's go back since it's not real Kung Fu. I don't know what that is. Let's go back. I don't know what that is. That's not Kung Fu. Pow. Now, people say, oh, well, he didn't hit with it. Every move is not meant to hit somebody. It's a setup. Watch what happens. How I use it. Where did the technique start from? And I'll give him a different look. I use the technique to put my hands down. Just in case he wanted to rush in. I control him. I come here. Now, because of that stance, I can throw it. Because with the Choi, if you saw with the Pao Choi, you see how he used his other hand? Watch how I use my hand to do from my stance. I do this. Wham. Watch how it goes from the stance. Effortless. Whoa. Whoa. Look at that. Now I'll put my hands down. Now this. Why would I do this? You don't understand why he didn't just go in. Why didn't he? Why didn't he just go in? Because if you remember, you remember. Watch, watch from the hands that are down. Bam! Bam! Whoa, he did that much power from his hands that were down. He's like, oh shit. Uh-huh. From there, come on now. Sao Choi. Okay? That's why I was able to do that. Pao Choi. He effortlessly from Northern Shaolin. Whoa. And now you see I'm able to calm. I control the pace. Sometimes. I see I catch him. And Donnie, what does he do? The Wing Chun rush. Smart. Very smart. Here. Here. Now, what am I doing right here? Okay, let's go back since it's not real Shaolin Kung Fu. We have to do this. I think I saw it on this one. The reason I'm able to archive these so quickly is because I've been watching a lot of videos for a long time, man. With Chidi Jan documentary, I've been watching these for a long time. I had to. I had to because I didn't have at that time thousands of dollars to go to a temple all the way in China. First, you gotta do what you can do, you know. Now, let me see. There's the video. Let me see. I shouldn't have to do this, but apparently here it is. No one will believe you unless they see it for themselves. So I figured since you've all been watching what real Shaolin Kung Fu is, you would know, you would recognize it when you see it. I guess I was wrong. Now look at him. Look at this guy. Look at him. Ah, ah, ah. The body rock. Well, let's go back since it's not real Shaolin Kung Fu. It's not real. It's not real. I don't know what that is, but that's not Shaolin. I don't know what that is. What's the purpose of that? I already told you. Going against the lions, you don't just throw techniques and hit them immediately. Gauge your distance. Put some water down along the path to make it easier for you. Fire those neural waves. Get comfortable in that wavelength that moving along that path. Let's go back one more time since you don't believe me. They won't believe it even if they see it. They won't believe it even if they see it. I don't know why. I don't know why. They won't believe it even if they see it. They won't believe it. They seeing it right now and they still don't believe it. They see it. They still don't believe it. That means they would have to do it. Is that the problem? I think I found the problem. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I've got plenty of other videos on here. I'm doing very similar things. We'll be here for the next 3-4 hours. I want to break down all the intricate stuff that was just shown to you today. Mm. This exquisite, beautiful kung fu is that's watched by millions, by so many, and still not even recognized. The masters were genius, pure genius. Mm. Anyway, we've been on here for too long. And that's where we'll stop right now because let me see how long we've been on here. We've been on here for a full hour. That's all y'all get for right now. A full hour. It took a full hour to go over a 3-minute video. 3 minutes. Some intricate style is. So if you still don't believe by now, I don't even think you believe yourself or trust yourself at all. Okay. So this is Master Lee here, about to sign out, and make sure you like and subscribe. I usually don't even ask people because I shouldn't have to when you see the quality of work I do, but since I have to ask you guys, or you won't do it, would you please like and subscribe? That way, because it's not about me. It's never been about me. Yeah, I'm proud of myself, but like, there are masters in China depressed because there are people learning karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They don't even want to learn real jiu-jitsu anymore. Jiu-jitsu came from Japan, but they don't just want to do MMA, karate, Kyokushin. And it's like the true, and the parent of that is Shaolin Kung Fu. It all came from Shaolin because all the masters went there to share their knowledge. It's not like it was birthed there, but the modernized forms you see today came from the Shaolin. Period. All the masters from all over the world came there, not just Chinese people. All right. So let's get over it, and so let's bring back. Help me bring back the true essence by liking this, subbing this, and sharing this. Because if you don't, you're just a hater. All right. So and on that note, Amitofo, and we'll be back sooner than you think to break that on because I'm on attack mode, baby, and I'm on a roll. Peace.